Are you thinking of moving to Rome, Georgia? Most people consider first housing expenses, but there's a lot more to understanding if you can afford financially to live in Rome, Georgia comfortably, including groceries, taxes, transportation, and everyday expenses. So in this video today, I will break down the monthly cost of living in Rome, Georgia, so you can decide if it's a financially good fit for you and your lifestyle. Hi, my name is Jennifer Hilligus. I'm a local realtor in Rome, Georgia since 2004. This channel is all about helping people to understand what it's like to live, work, play, and buy a home in Rome, Georgia. So whether you're relocating from across town or the next town over, or from out of state or from out of the country, you may want to stick around and listen to our videos so that you can decide if Rome, Georgia is a good fit for you. Also, if you are thinking about moving in the next week, the next month, or the next year, feel free to reach out to me. My contact details are below in the description below this video. Also, you may want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that way you never miss a video. The largest cost of living is your housing expense, so let's jump into that. So in Rome, Georgia, currently the average sales price is $325,000. That's for a home that's around about 1,600 to 1,800 square feet. So you can expect the monthly house payment with taxes and insurance to be around $1,900 a month. Then the next step up is $459,000. That's the next mid-range price. And for that monthly payment with taxes and insurance, you're looking at around $2,500 with taxes and insurance. And then your more luxury homes are priced closer to $750,000, $800,000 and up. And those can average out at about $4,800 a month with your taxes and insurance. So that's the number one factor of the cost of living in Rome, Georgia. Now, having said that, you can still buy homes in the suburbs of Rome, Georgia, located inside of Floyd County for, on the zero down home loan programs, you can get a home as cheap as $200,000 and your monthly payments are cheaper than rent. I know of homes right now that are 3-bedroom, 2 bathrooms, that are about 10 minutes from the downtown Rome area that you could purchase from start to finish for about $1,500 to $2,000. That would include your earnest money, your inspection, your appraisal, and your credit report. And you're in a home for less than first month's rent, and then your payments are less than rent. So if you're interested in something like that, I'd be happy to do a video on just that and teach you all about how to purchase a home for zero down. In the meantime, let's jump over to the second cost, which would be utilities. So on an average home, with the average price range being at $325,000, you're looking at electricity around $175 to $250 a month, just depending on if it's real hot or if it's real cold. And then you can get internet in Rome as cheap as $60 a month, and I have seen it as high as $100 a month. Your propane gas, that all depends on the therm pricing and how many appliances you have. So let's go with natural gas. We are deregulated in Georgia. In parts of Floyd County, we are deregulated. There is one little section of Floyd County that's called Armurchie. It's a suburb of Rome, and so you have to use Summerfield gas there. So their rates are a little bit more than the deregulated rates. So if you have a home that has a gas stove, a gas heater for your source of heat, and a gas water heater, and let's say the water heater is not the on-demand type water heater, then you're looking at a gas bill of $50 up to, it could be $250 in the wintertime in the colder months. And then your water bill, let's just say you're on sewer and you have one person living in your house, you're looking at $40 to $50. A family of 4 would probably run you about $100 to $110 for sewer and city water. So that's your second cost. Okay, so the third cost would be groceries and food. So depending on if you eat at home a lot or if you eat out a lot, a single person is probably around $400 to $500 a month for groceries. A couple would probably be anywhere from $600 to $1,200 a month for groceries. And then a family of four, you're anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 a month for groceries. So that's the third cost. And then the fourth cost would be your taxes and insurance. So the sales tax in Rome, Georgia is a flat 7%. And we do have in Georgia, we do have special days where you can buy things that are actually tax-free. So those are highly advertised days, and usually it's right before school starts back. And it can be for special things like big ticket items, like if you need electronics to start school back, then a lot of times you can get those during the days that we have tax-free days. So that's nice. Your property tax is about 1% of the value of your home. So if your tax value is $400,000, then your taxes will be around $4,000 a year, and that's if you live in the county. If you live in the city, it's going to be about 1.25%. So you would be at about $5,000 for taxes on a $400,000 house inside the city limits of Rome, Georgia. That's still pretty good considering all the resources that we have here. We have 2 major hospitals. We have an amazing trail system that goes throughout the city, so you can get exercising daily, or either walking or biking. And all the other, we have a city infrastructure, and then we have a county infrastructure. So for all of the resources that's provided here, it's really the best bang for your buck when you're looking at the different metropolitan areas like Cherokee County, Pickens County, even Bartow County. The housing there can be, on the average, $100,000 or more for the same size house that you can get in Rome, Georgia. Rome, Georgia is like a little bitty Marietta that's sitting off up to the northwest corner of the state, and it's only about 60 miles to Atlanta. So it's just a great place to live, and it's very affordable, as you can see with the cost of living that I'm breaking down for you. And this is 2026. The average interest rate right now on a mortgage is 6.5 to 6.875. So you can see that the total monthly cost for living in Rome, Georgia can range anywhere from $3,500 for starter home price up to about $8,500 a month, and that's for a luxury home, which is still really affordable. So that's the breakdown of what it typically costs to live in Rome, Georgia. If you have any questions or you'd like to explore the possibility of making a move to Rome, Georgia, just contact me. My details are below. You can book a phone call with me, and I'll ask you a few thought-provoking questions, and we will discover together if moving to Rome, Georgia is perfect for you.